Speaker, I rise to speak in support of the Local Government Amendment Elections Bill 2025. This bill strengthens the integrity, consistency and public confidence of council elections across New South Wales by returning the administration of all council elections to the New South Wales Electoral Commission and by modernising vacancy and voting arrangements to better reflect community expectations. The bill amends the Local Government Act 1993 and the Local Government General Regulation 2021 to remove the option for councils to engage private electoral service providers and to ensure that all future council elections are conducted by the New South Wales Electoral Commission. The bill replaces the countback option for the filling of casual vacancies with a clear replacement rule tied to group ticketing and clarifies the location and timing of pre-poll voting and polling places for council elections. Allowing private providers to run council elections was introduced with the promise of choice, innovation and cost savings. That promise has not been realised. Only one private provider ever entered the market, and take-up rapidly declined from 14 councils to just 2 in the recent 2024 elections. I know that my council, Penrith City Council, was one of those councils that had previously utilised a private provider up until the last 2024 local government election. The running of a council election is an expensive, complex and significant task, regardless of the election provider. There can also be inherent risks associated with council engaging an electoral services provider as opposed to the Electoral Commission. I must say, and I'm sure others in the House who have any local government experience will remember vividly the months following the December 2021 local government election, when the New South Wales Supreme Court declared 3 council elections void following a failure of the iVote system. It is imperative that there is public confidence in our democratic process. Speaker, running elections privately is no longer cost effective for councils when compared with the New South Wales Electoral Commission. Concerns have arisen about consistency, oversight and the quality of electoral administration under a private model. The case for returning election administration to the independent, expert and accountable New South Wales Electoral Commission is compelling. The bill delivers a number of practical, principled and common sense reforms. It removes the legislative option for councils to engage a provider other than the New South Wales Electoral Commissioner to administer council elections, ensuring a single accountable provider for democratic processes across the state. It provides targeted transitional arrangements so that the private provider engaged by Fairfield City Council may complete the ordinary election arrangements it was engaged to conduct, including countbacks in the 18 months following that election. It limits pre-poll voting to a defined 5-day period, commencing on the Monday before the election day and concluding the day before election day, balancing voter convenience with the efficient allocation of electoral resources. It requires that polling places be located within the relevant council area, except where the regulation permits otherwise, ensuring access and local accountability for voters. It replaces countbacks for filling casual vacancies from 2028 with a mechanism that fills a vacancy by the highest listed eligible candidate from the same group on the ballot paper, and where no such candidate exists, that requires a by-election. This approach respects voters' choice at the ballot box, maintains proportionality where group voting was involved, and provides a straightforward, transparent process for vacancies. And can I just say, Speaker, when it comes to casual vacancy in local government, I know with my council, which did have to have a couple of by-elections when their vacancies did occur, for our council, it was a cost on ratepayers of in excess of $500,000 for just one council. Now, a council the size of, say, Central Coast or Blacktown or some of those even larger councils, that cost is just off the Richter scale, and that's all borne by ratepayers. So this is a very, very sensible way to deal with such an eventuality. It includes a temporary mechanism enabling Brewarrina Shire Council to hold a by-election despite a prior failure to notify the Electoral Commission of a vacancy under the former timelines. It formalises planning and cost recovery arrangements between councils and the New South Wales Electoral Commission to support orderly election preparedness and sound financial management. These reforms will deliver consistent, high-quality election administration, stronger public confidence and clearer rules for succession that reflect how candidates and groups stand for election. The bill protects the independence and specialist expertise of the New South Wales Electoral Commission, reduces fragmentation in electoral services and removes perverse incentives that led to limited market participation by private providers. The bill balances the need for robust statewide standards with respect for local representation. Replacing countbacks with a group-based replacement where applicable preserves the intent of group endorsements while ensuring voters' express choices are honoured. Requiring polling places to be local and narrowing pre-poll windows protects the integrity of the process and ensures transparency for voters and candidates alike. This bill modernises election law in a practical and prudent way. It restores a consistent, accountable approach to the administration of council elections, clarifies vacancy processes and safeguards voter access and confidence. And I commend the bill to the House.